All right, today we're gonna talk about handling your emotions, okay? I know we talked about emotions, but we still need to talk about it more. We're gonna talk about handling emotions for quite a while. Because most people don't have the tool to handle their emotions maturely, okay? Unless you have a PhD in psychology, you probably operate at the emotional maturity of a 10-year-old. Come on, baby, let's go. Let's go, come on. Zeus. Aw, like he's so old now and he moves so slow. All right, so basically, if you had a major trauma in your childhood, like abuse, neglect, abandonment, you'll get stunned at about 80-year-old. Yeah, because to handle your emotions, you first to have to understand your emotions, and then you have to know how to process them in a healthy way. Even my best friend, who is at the top of his field in psychiatry, my own psychologist who's practiced for more than 16 years, has issues with handling their own emotions. All people need help with this, okay? I don't know anybody that does an amazing at processing emotions. Do you? I certainly don't know how to do that. I never learned how to do that, and I currently struggle with it, okay? I read over 200 books on mental health. I go to therapy once a week for more than a decade. My best friend, I talk to him a couple hours a day. He's a director of behavioral science at a top university, okay? It's a work in progress. We aren't born with this mindset. In Romania, we didn't even talk about mental health and emotional maturity. It wasn't even a thing. Our parents didn't want us to have strong emotions, okay? And if you did, we were told that you are bad for having those strong emotions. And we were shamed for it. Even now, in 2025, some of my family members think I'm crazy because I talk about mental health. They get so angry and defensive, and they waste so much energy trying to control me. I've done 3 videos on defensiveness because you need to be informed, okay, and get the help that you need to heal yourself. We are not born with this information, okay? An unhealed person will find offense and basically everything, especially talking about mental health, because at the core, they know they need to do the work, okay? That's why they find offense in it. You have to do the reps, baby. You have to punch in. This doesn't just happen as we grow older. Like, I don't know, white hairs. Or like when you get older, like things happen to you and you get smarter or whatever. That doesn't just happen. And I'm still here. Look at this. This is all messed up here. So basically, your emotions, like, are not. You're gonna have to learn it. As we grow older, you have to actually punch in and do the work. Read some stuff. Listen to stuff. It doesn't just happen. Okay, it doesn't manifest itself. Okay, like boom, now you can handle your emotions. No. To handle your emotions, first you have to understand them, okay? And then you have to know how to process them in a healthy way, okay? Like I said, I don't know anybody about. I'm still learning it, right? I'm flabbergasted that it took me so long to start. It took time, right? And a lot of practice. And I think the most important thing is to have a desire to want to learn it, right? Like you need to have a desire. You gotta be curious about this stuff, because if you don't have a desire, then you're not gonna learn it. This is really stupid stuff, right? And then you're gonna settle. If you don't have this desire, you're gonna settle for a 10-year-old emotional maturity, and you'll find offense in pretty much everything that somebody does. It's a waste of time and energy, right? Remember, wasting time and energy? Most people that I know act like a 10-year-old, and that's how I treat them when they have a tantrum. They yell, when they're triggered, right? They stonewall you when they feel uncomfortable, right? They change plans unexpectedly on you to try to control you, okay? Which way you want to go? You want to go that way? Let's go this way, okay? They can't manage themselves, right? They can't think about anybody else. It's all about themselves. It's all about me. What do I want to do? I want to do this. Me, okay? They live and breathe as an adult, but they act like a 10-year-old. And that's the way you should be treating them, like a 10-year-old, but with compassion and boundaries, okay? Because you can't have other people's maturity or lack of maturity ruin your day. A healed person knows that the actions of other people have nothing to do with them. Nothing. And look, it's this way. When a kid runs away because they feel bad, the adult would avoid conversations, right? That's how adult is. When a kid doesn't get what they really want, like a 10-year-old will pout, the adult will give you the silent treatment, right? I'm not talking to you, right? Kids shut down. Adults are stoic. Tantrums are both on both sides. And by the way, anybody that acts stoic are actually simmering with anger underneath. These people are the ones that ignore you and send you like really long texts afterwards. Manic depressive. There's no middle ground with these people. It's either they're on top of the world, look at me, or they're really angry at you, slamming doors, lying, manipulation. All that energy is wasted because you don't have the skills. When are you gonna get your shit together, man? When we're 40, 50, 60, when? Children can regulate their own emotions. They have dramatic emotional responses to not getting their way. They have tantrums and they get overwhelmed easily. And that's normal, right? You can't just tell them to stop and go away. It's the parent's job to help them process their emotions in a calm, compassionate, empathetic way, okay? Do that. In Romania, nobody learned how to do this, right? And your parents never learned how to do that. It took me 50 years to understand this, okay? That's why I'm so passionate. When I meet somebody, I just assume they haven't done the work, okay? And I treat them like they're 10-year-old. So if you're not taught about feelings and how to manage them, how are you going to handle them? You're going to erupt, shut down, and not deal with it, okay? Pretend it's not there. You're gonna do drugs and hope for the best, okay? Now you're 40, 50, or even 60. Trust me, I've seen 60-year-olds. And now you're old and decrepit and bitter, and you don't have any friends. Your wife hates you, or you're divorced, and your children want nothing to do with you, okay? None of us were told that feelings are okay, and you can have a better life by understanding your feelings and working through this and learning about it. This is the superpower, okay? Once you learn how to do this, you'll feel like a superhero, okay? We're here and we're gonna unpack more tomorrow. I have to go. I'm going to talk about why family is so crucial and because family is like doing life with you, okay? And it impacts them when you don't have emotional capability. No, we're going to go this way. I got to go, okay? Come here. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. So family, it's like when you are family, it impacts you because it's like a spider web, right? Like when you're broke, it impacts them. When you're bummed out, it impacts them. It's like a spider web. Once a family member gets healthy, they can help keep quiet about it, okay? Because we are all connected like a spider web biologically. Science has proven over and over that our DNA remembers trauma from generations. How are you going to be successful if you can't handle your own emotions? I gotta go. But don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, and don't kill any insects today. Mwah, 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 mwah.